All right, so I never do point and shoot cameras, but I stole this one from Sam because I think I'm in love, and I'll tell you why in a second. Hang tight. All right, what you're looking at there is the Samsung DualView TL225. Now, there's also the 220, but this one's a little bit better, and I had to steal this review from Sam because I love this camera, and as you can probably have heard on the blogs, it is the one that you can kind of like flick right there, and you get a little screen in the front. How cool is that? Look at that. Look, you see producer Dan in the screen filming. Look, there he is filming. There are all the lights in the studio. I mean, this thing is really cool. So if you find yourself by yourself all the time or with one other person and you can't take pictures of yourselves, there's no one to ask, you do one of these, you actually frame it perfect every time. You know what's really cool? I've over the years noticed that when you take pictures of people and you tell them to smile, that first smile that they make, that first second of smile is the best smile you're going to get. After that, you know, you're like, you're trying to keep that fake smile. Doesn't work. It always looks terrible. This thing has smile detection. So let's say you're in that mode and you're looking into the camera like this. I smiled and it took the picture without me pressing the shutter. All right, so that's quite impressive. Now another thing it does is it has blink detection. So let's say that you smile, but at the same time you blink. It won't take the picture. It'll actually wait a second for the eyes to open again, and then it'll take the picture. That's absolutely fantastic. And that's just the beginning of it. On top of all that, when you set off your timer on this, it actually shows you numbers on the screen. If you're in kids mode, it shows little cartoons and animations of a clown so that they can get all entertained, and then you can snap a beautiful picture. It got so many features. So let's start off. First of all, when you look at this thing, the first thing you notice, obviously, it does have two screens. So this is a 1.5-inch LCD on the front, and on the back, an even nicer 3.5-inch LCD. It's all touchscreen. As you notice, there's no buttons anywhere. There's a playback button up here in the right corner. This is literally just a playback, the pictures that you've already taken. You have your shutter release, your power button, and then your zoom control. And then there's a microphone right here. Besides that, everything else is touchscreen. So as you'll notice, right now, there's nothing really on the screen. I just saw that one photo, and I go back. Now, here's where things get interesting, the way that you can work with this device. Now, first of all, right now, up here in this left corner is where you control all your settings. So you have program. You have, this is a quick auto mode. This is smart auto mode. Smart auto mode is going to go through all the scene selections that you can choose. So you can choose, you know, fireworks or late night or sunrises. It'll automatically determine that for you. Now, if you don't want to do it that way, you can actually go to scene, and now here are all your scenes that you can pick from. So going from the top, you have beauty shot, frame guide, night, portrait, children, dawn, sunset. You have text, you have close-up, you have landscape, you have backlight, you have fireworks, and then finally beach and snow. I'll tell you what, if you use one of those settings, you're going to get some really fantastic photos. They work really well. Down here is where you select your video. If you want to go into video mode, this thing does do 720p video, and it looks absolutely fantastic. I took some awesome videos in this thing, even close up. And then this mode gives you the optically stabilized mode. This has actually got a dual stabilizer on here. So you're shaking it a little bit. It has screen stabilization, and then it has digital stabilization. So not only is it stabilized inside the camera, the lens is also stabilized. So you have two forms. That's a dual optical stabilization and then a digital stabilization as well. The whole frame on this thing, just so you know, is a 12.2 megapixel, which is really cool. Also, the lens on here, you will notice, is a Schneider Kreuznach. Very, very nice lens. It's a 4.9 by 22.5 millimeter. That's equivalent, if you were to transfer it over to 35 millimeter, I think it's about 27 to 105 millimeters. So you do have a lot of zoom capability. It's actually a 4.6x optical zoom on this little camera. And then, of course, if you want to do digital zoom on top of that, you can do another 5x. So you can get a lot of zooming in on this, but again, anything after 4.6 is digital. It's going to mess up your picture a little bit. So still really, really good. Now, as far as manual controls go, there's a couple interesting features here I want to show you on the screen. All right, so if you look over here on this side of the camera, there's a little button here on the right-hand side. If you push that, that activates your motion controls. So if you want to go to smart auto mode, you see it tells you to rotate right, you rotate right, and it goes straight to that mode. If you hold it and you go forward, it goes to movie mode. Works very, very simple. But if you don't want to choose between just these, you're going to go up here, you're going to go to program, and now you have full control of all your settings. So basically, you're going to bring up this little menu. You can adjust your exposure, white balance, your ISO, your autofocusing. This thing has some ridiculous autofocus. It has multi-AF, center AF, it has face detection. It has a smart touch where you touch to focus. It's basically a TTL autofocus system that is very powerful. You can also adjust the face detection, the smile detection, how you're metering, the optical stabilization. You can get a histogram if you want. You can adjust sharpness. You can make it vivid. You can apply filters. I mean, it's really, really powerful. ISOs go all the way between 80, 100, 200, 400, 800, 1600, all the way up to 3200, and I even took some pictures to show you the differences. Also, flash, you can change red eye reduction, you can do filled in, you can do a slow sync, you can control different filters like vivid, you can change the white balance. I mean, it's got literally just about everything you could possibly want. Very, very nice camera. I like it a lot. And then over here, too, you have a macro setting for focus. So if you want to do regular autofocus, you go there. If you want to do macro, you click it right there. You have your timers. You can adjust your screen. You can turn the front screen off. It's really all up to you. You have a ton of control. And even more, if you want to click into menu right here, you actually get even more menus. This gives you the complete thing, like metering. You want to meter off the center, you click right there. Now you're metered off the center. If you want to meter off the outside, you do the same thing. You just go right back, and you meter off. You know, you can either do average brightness, spot, or you can do center weighted, which is going to do an average of all of them. So very, very cool features. Another really cool thing about this is, let's say, I'm going to come over here to my pictures. There's a picture I took right there. I'm going to go to E for edit. That's actually giving me a couple options here. You can reduce the size of the photo. You can rotate the photo. You can add style to evoke a mood. Now check this. Look at all these styles. I can do soft, I can do vivid, I can do forest, retro, cool, custom, negative, classic, calm. You have all these really cool settings. You can apply special effects, which are just the funnest thing ever. It's just, I can't even begin to tell you all the cool things you have. You can add face effects like mosaic, where you kind of block out their face so they can't seem like if they were protected. You can also do snow effects. You can add mosaic, red eye, set the level of face retouching. I mean, there's literally so many features. You can do it all right here on the camera, which is really powerful. Looking at the bottom, you actually have a tripod mount right there. This is where your USB cable will plug in to charge and or take the pictures off. And right in here is where your battery goes in, which is an incredible battery. It seems to last for days at a time without ever getting low. Also, just so you know, as far as media goes in this thing, it's a micro SD card. So make sure you get the right one. Micro SD. Doesn't come with anything, so an 8 GB like this will provide you with hours and hours and hours of videos and thousands of stills. I really like this. This is one of my favorite things about digital cameras. I can't stand digital cameras where you have to pull the little custom battery out and charge it in a charger and then put it back in. That's just dumb. This is much better. USB charging. So simple. Basically, you do have a proprietary cable, unfortunately, but it's a really nice cable, and it works really well. You just plug it in, very secure, and it charges via USB into your computer. It also lets you take the pictures out via USB, and if you don't have a computer, it comes with a wall adapter where basically you stick your USB in there, and then you can charge it from the wall. Now, to get it out to a video source, you do have this cable with a composite, and that's basically going to do that. And Samsung also sells, if you can find it, an optional HDMI cable. So that's even better, because then you're going to get 720p out to your TV. You're going to get really nice audio, because this thing actually does have a very, very nice mic. I was recording, get this, this is weird, a little lizard, a gecko, in a little tiny cage. It's like this big. It weighs like 1/4 of an ounce. You can, you barely, it was picking up its little feet rustling in the cage. That's how good the mic is. So really impressive. It also cuts down in the wind. Worked pretty well when I tested it out at the beach. So really good stuff. So if you have an HDMI cable, you want to get all that stuff to your TV, you buy that HDMI cable, and now you can show off pretty much anywhere where you're at. You can just show off the pictures that are on here. So I really, really like this Samsung TL225. It's probably the nicest point-and-shoot camera that I've ever seen that was in my price range. So very, very good stuff. The Samsung TL225. If you have questions, as always, you can email me, and I'll see you guys next time. For more information on the Samsung DualView TL225 point-and-shoot camera, type in S203-2904 into the search engine of any of these major retailers. For Computer TV, I'm Albert.